We're
Hey,
gonna start it
Joey
off.
68 with $20.
Oh,
What?
thank you.
Really? Wow. Thank you.
Not even
That's
sure.
Eris's sister.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
thank
yeah, yeah,
you.
yeah.
You didn't have to. That's really sweet.
I mean, oh, there it is. So from left, I'm Chieftain. To my right is. I'm frozen. There we go.
nothing
Awesome. To my right is Black Lidoni, and to the bottom is Hero. To his right is Soda, and the very bottom there is Tear and Death. I don't know. Well, I know why. I know why my camera is frozen, and I'm at the point of lunacy at this point. So I don't know if I gotta turn it off and turn it on.
new. Drop that.
Plus, why not, right?
Right.
Right.
Why not? When everything breaks, everything should fucking break. So
Uh-huh.
that is awesome. So,
We're lagging and we know it.
Uh-huh.
Jenna Marbles. I didn't know she was still an influencer, but apparently something happened to her. The lesson here is do
Don't play
not
with
enter
marbles.
people's homes. So whose story is this?
Might be confusing Jenna Marbles with another influencer, but no matter how
Uh-oh.
you slice it, this serves you right. Go ahead, Oni. Take it away.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really not much to say. Basically, it was along the lines of an Amaranth situation, not to the extent, luckily.
Giant
Basically,
troll.
Jenna Marbles used to be a YouTuber a couple of years ago. She decided, based on her some previous posts, namely one in particular that is considered distasteful, not illegal, but distasteful, she decided, I made enough money. I think I'm just gonna bow out and before anything really bad happens and someone calls me out. So, she took her money bag and went quietly off stage. Totally fair. She recently got married. Good for her.
Hey,
Unfortunately, someone decided to take things too far and start stalking them. I don't know if it was Jenna Marbles. I don't know if it was her husband, but I consider it a package deal. And this stalker decided to not only visit their home, but enter their home. This stalker wound up getting pepper sprayed and apprehended by police. This was in Southern California, so hence why pepper sprayed and not winding up in a body bag with a mop bucket. So
yeah,
the
I just gotta
lesson,
say,
couple lessons here. Be aware that the people you see on screens, people you interact with on a shallow level, or at the very most acquaintance with, that's a parasocial relationship. You think you're building a real relationship with them, you feel like there's a rapport, it's not. And that's okay. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. When you take it too far is when you start thinking that there's something really there when it's not. You're not seeing things for as they are. You start invading their privacy. You start harassing them. Or worse, you actually go and try to meet them face to face with or without harm. So again, I repeat, unless you are invited, unless someone lets you into their home, or unless you actually personally know them and they can point you out in a crowd and go, hello, and your name, don't go to places uninvited. It's like a vampire rule. If they don't let you in by your name, you don't come inside
Mm.
because this person got lucky by getting pepper sprayed and taken away by the cops. In certain
Because in
places,
Florida, he'd be left in a
again,
body bag.
you would be in a
damn near
fucking body
anywhere else,
bag.
but
Or
that's true
worse,
about
because
anywhere
some
else but
folks,
California and New York.
there are some other
Oh, and
places too.
Chicago.
I
Yeah.
will say, getting shot might be the nicer of the things that could happen to you because some folks aren't allowed to carry firearms for whatever reason. There have been reports, because I remember when this happened, a man was home. An intruder decided to try to break in and was successful in entering the property. The man inside was a veteran who, due to mental health issues, was not allowed to own a firearm. He was, however, an avid fan of medieval weaponry. He may or may not have speared the guy to death with great aim, by the way. So just consider
Was his
that a
name
warning.
Vlad?
No,
Vlad the Impaler.
no, and they weren't throwing. Vlad didn't use spears. Anyways,
He put people in
So,
pikes, but
just-
yeah.
all I
just a
can
reminder:
Sorry.
don't fucking do it.
all
No,
I
you're
can say,
good. Just don't.
all I can say is basically the same thing. Don't fuck with people. People you see on TV, people you see on the internet, people you see that are influencers, streamers, no matter what they are, anywhere in between. Do not bother them. There is this unencroachable right. There is this right that is acknowledged in this country as not able to be infringed. And it is a right to keep and bear arms. It doesn't matter what it is. Firearm, bat, spike,
Grizzly
Life.
bear.
drop
Pole
bear.
arm.
However you see fit, you are authorized by the United States Constitution. This is for the US, by the way. We do have people international. I apologize. But
Apologize for them being international.
no, I apologize for stating things just involving the United States. But it is simply a right acknowledged by our government that they cannot infringe upon it, and that is the right to keep and bear arms to defend oneself with, or their family, or their property. This person is just damn lucky. I would not have been so kind.
Mm.
Thinking of on this subject, apparently somebody shot Dr. Disrespect's windows out of his house the other night while he was streaming.
Oh, good lord.
I mean,
Really?
yeah, all you hear is pow, pow. Oh, he went off. Of course, apparently it's like the second time this week. So,
To
Okay.
I don't,
put it mildly, that's very disrespectful.
you think? It's just like, I mean, can you imagine
Disrespectful.
that though? Like,
If that happens, oh my god. That's why I have my pews and a magnet holster underneath my desk, anticipating our immense popularity and expecting people to come and pull like an amaranth on me.
By the way, we got somebody on our YouTube chat.
sweet.
Giant Troll 1
Oh yeah,
says, "Hi, gang." And of course, I said, "Hey, what's up?" And
welcome back.
Giant Troll 1 says, "Unavoidable price of fame?" Question mark. Oh,
Maybe.
that might
Price
be
of what?
the unavoidable
Oh,
price of fame. I don't know if
Yeah.
I don't even think that I could give that any sort of leeway.
It's
It
not a
just makes-
leeway. It's just a observation of sorts.
I
And if
suppose.
you guys are wondering where my camera is, that's a great question. I have no idea.
Yeah. Anyways,
It's the RAM
don't-
just dropping stuff. But
No.
yeah.
I don't know if I totally agree with that. It's not like I pinpoint anything in particular. It just something about that doesn't seem totally accurate. Maybe it's because I don't know if it's because it's more well known, well documented, or because there is an actual increase where people can become more obsessed with more and more people and believe that they have an actual relationship with whomever it is that they are obsessing over. Now, I think we can all agree doesn't make it right, because even if you post your whole life on the internet, be a hot take. Even if you post your whole life on OnlyFans, nothing's hidden. Personally, I don't think that negates your right to privacy. However, because of that openness, the fact that you are putting it there, even if it's behind a paywall, we all know it winds up on the internet somehow.
Mhm.
Wonder how it will not happen. It doesn't make it right, but it also winds up being an inevitability if you play with fire. So I guess maybe I do agree. Maybe I just feel like maybe I'm missing something if, in the way I see it. Not that you said anything wrong, but something. Sorry.
Oh, no. I do have a thought, and I think that just to kind of dovetail off of what you're saying there, I think the reason why things like this is happening more and more, it's not so much, in my opinion, that, you have more people out there just putting all their business out there, becoming influencers, streamers, what have you, for popularity. I think it's much more. Oh, hey, his camera's back. I think it's much more related
Whoa.
to
I apologize for being on camera.
Much more related to the much more accessibility, or how much more accessible people are to the internet and to interaction on the internet. Because, over the last, say, 100+ years, there have been movie stars, there has been Hollywood, there have been all these famous people, actors,
Brandon
actresses,
Lee.
what have you. And before, it's not like just anybody could approach them and say, hey, how's it going? Well, now you have Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, what have you. And
Right.
now these people can just be outright tagged directly. Hey, Tom Cruise, how you doing?
Right. It's like almost a direct feed with them. So
I think
now
that is more at fault than.
And you know what? We're getting
else.
famous too here, Hero. And I know I was going somewhere with this, and now I can't remember. Oh yeah, we are the top 1% in podcasts and talk shows on Twitch at this point. So
no idea what you just said.
But I think everybody knows this is the most well-armed podcast on Twitch. So you play with fire, you're gonna get burned. But yeah. And big shout out to Dearest Aris. She is kicking ass on TikTok. She's like a little fashionista. She gets like a ton of like free shit that she hawks. And
that was a Star Wars character. If you guys didn't get that,
I didn't hear any of it.
Oh,
that was he's a new character coming out in the new Star Wars movie.
They understand me on the live, but you guys can't.
Sorry,
you guys can't pick it up on there.
Fair point, Oni.
Hence the statement regarding. Right. All right. Go ahead. Finish your. I think I stepped on somebody by accident. I see your point, and right in our private show notes it says, "Tyrandesk goes, I see your point, Oni, and I raise you a Rick Moranis." That's a great line. It has to go to the live. It's great.
That is a great.
No,
line.
I know it's not free stuff. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said free stuff, but you guys do a great job on your socials, and I'm proud of you guys. So keep up the good work.
I wish I understood everything you had said, because I missed literally all of that conversation except for what she just said.
I was. I don't know.
Well, anyways, hey, check it out, guys. We're having a Laggin Out movie night on Saturday, January 28th at 8 p.m.
Sorry, guys.
So, if you want to come and enjoy this movie, join our Discord.
It'll be fun.
Always is, especially when you got us in the Discord, unfiltered and unhindered. Wow, I can't talk today. Unfiltered and unhindered by someone like the Chieftain telling us to speed it up.
How you doing, Great Kazoo? Now he's on
Hey,
both.
welcome
now
back.
Now he's on both.
Yeah, he switched from
He's troll. He's
YouTube to-
troll on the other one.
Yeah, I caught that.
Yay, Nigiri.
Giddy.
What is up?
Jessica
Anyways.
Negri. I love her.
Oh my gosh, it's nigiri. For her, it's nigiri. I don't know.
Oh,
get-
I was talking about somebody else. It's a different thing.
And-
No, I
Anyway.
know who you're talking about.
Sorry.
Hey, also
She's
we're
a-
having a giveaway for Netflix. There's your opportunity right here. Drop some bits or drop
Yep.
a sub. The more you put in, the more chances you get to win.
That's right. And our drawing, I think it's going to be on the crawler on the top there. I don't remember the day. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We only have 9 people in the drawing for the free year of Netflix. So, and the company that messaged me is like, make sure you claim your Netflix. I'm like, I'm giving mine away. Can I have like 3 more? But yeah, tier 1.
Here we go again.
Everyone can hear me but you guys, so you're just
Comes
going to have
in
to deal with it.
cycles.
Tier 1 month sub or 500 bits equals 1 chance to win.
Oh my God.
Tier 2 month sub or 950 bits is going to be 3 chances. Tier 3 month sub or 1350 bits equals 5 chances. I will end this early if you guys stop laughing over me. I can't get through the read when you guys are laughing in the background. Please stop that. I can't get through the read. Thank you. These guys think would know
What
by
the
now,
fuck?
like when I'm under high stress, not to do that shit. I'm glad you find it hilarious. Fuck
Sorry.
you guys.
Man. Good lord. I know I'm not supposed to laugh at your pain, and I apologize.
It's very, very difficult for me to get through it now. There's a lot of stuff falling apart on my side, and it's
It's Hero. I'm looking at Hero, and he's like laughing, and I'm laughing. It's his fault.
Oni
I
knows
know.
what I'm going through. She's not laughing. She knows what I'm going through. She's the only one not laughing
Even though
because she
you
knows.
guys
Like,
are the ones who bitch about it to me all the time.
yeah.
I
I
don't
wouldn't
say
call it
anything.
bitching. I'd just call it letting you know so that you could hold it in until the lag stops.
But this is an unknown
I'm
slide. There's no
mimicking
notes.
it. That's helpful.
What is this slide? What the fuck?
Vote for
He's
soda
probably just
campaign.
explaining the Netflix stuff.
Campaign to let soda talk 2023.
I mean, asking what this slide is like asking who that little avatar is in the bottom right of it.
Ah,
Oh crap! Finish that slide.
So the trivia question this week is, let me put the music on there if it actually plays.
Oh, hold on. There it is.
What is the name of the final course in all Mario Karts? I should put Mario Kart games. But yeah.
what he said.
Right? Just waiting for him to come back. Ah. Oh, this slide.
Glad we have
is
11
fun.
people watching.
Yeah,
It's like no one on the live right now, guys, can
I
actually
mean,
hear
we're
me.
averaging pretty good numbers.
They don't hear anything of what I'm saying. They hear bits and pieces.
Barely.
But
More like robots.
so it's really hard to communicate for the rest of the chat,
There it
guys.
goes
So
again.
But is it going through
they're referring to
I don't know.
not hearing me
Find
in
out.
the streaming software, but everybody else on the stream can hear me. So they're like, "Oh, we can't understand him again." So I'm reiterating in slides. I can hear myself.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
It does
Yeah.
look like it. That's weird.
Yeah,
It
it's
looks like
coming
it's
through
going fine for the
on
stream.
the stream. But
It is.
the
That's weird.
the HBO slide is what I was telling them. But I don't know what's the context here. Apparently she's watching playthroughs in secret. So this is where we're talking about this. So they can't see me doing anything.
I'm just
Plus
waiting
the,
for a cue to where we could talk about this.
they can't even hear me at this point.
Bifrost. What up, Frisky Dingo?
Hey, Dingo.
They can't hear me.
If I turn on the audio, then Chief hears himself. And I feel like he doesn't like that.
Well, you can hear it on the stream. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna make it quick about this. I caught a quick snippet of the Last of Us HBO show. Apparently, they the showrunners told the girl that is playing Ellie to not read or watch or play anything involving The Last of Us, the game. And she didn't understand why. Allegedly, she told somebody somewhere, and it's been leaked, that she went and did so in secret because she was curious. And she said she really loved the story. Why would anybody do that? As in, tell an actor or an actress that has never had anything to do with the original material. Why would they do that? Why would they say don't do that? Okay, I'll play along. Go ahead, Oni.
If you want it for the good purpose for someone who only means the best. Okay, we're really, really aiming high here.
Mm-hmm.
It could be because you're aiming to do a rendition of something and you're trying to make it as you're trying to make it so that the group you're performing with is all on the same page, generally speaking. Best performance they can from their perspective, how they see it. Because like any script, like any story, people from different walks of life, from different perspectives, will pick up on different things in the same reading, which can bring to life different aspects of a piece of work or a character or whatnot. It can be really fun. So that's why stage plays do so well with different renditions, because someone picks up on something else. They want to elaborate a little bit more on something, maybe show a little bit of detail in a certain scene, and it helps bring a little bit of something new to that performance that is different. If we're going for fully nefarious, it's because you don't want someone to realize just how fucking different it is, even though the source material literally fucking hands it to you. Just like the other fucking things we've seen this year or last year, like Halo or like several Star Wars iterations that haven't gone well.
The Witcher.
I mean, it just keeps going and going and going. It doesn't get better. So, there's that.
Well, I was
EOTR.
Hello to you. Let's just put that over there with Crystal Skull and Avatar. Let's just push that over there in the pile of this never happened. Great Kazoo. I like your ideas there. Authentic reactions, or most likely just don't want her to screw up on social media. Well, reality is that she's watched it and she says she enjoys the story. From my perspective, my thought process, maybe not necessarily contradiction, or not necessarily contradictory to Oni's thought process. I wonder if perhaps they don't want another situation with Henry Cavill or with something like Henry Cavill, where that person walks away because they're disrespecting the source material. Oni, please.
Maybe this is far-fetched, but tell me if you haven't heard this argument before. Hollywood is trying to influence a young, vulnerable actress so that they can keep her under their thumb.
Ain't freedom, ain't free will a bitch. Fear and Death, you got any input?
Actually, between chat and you guys, you took everything I could have said.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
You?
I'm the fifth wheel here.
Not
Oh,
hardly.
hardly.
You're just as much of a host as the rest of us. Soda.
Yeah.
That looks almost terrifying. Yay.
This to me makes no sense, but I don't think it'll be a Henry Cavill situation because
I don't think it could, but
at least, well, she's young. I don't see why they would do that. Like, I mean, I can understand maybe they don't want her to know, but that's kind of hard. Usually, when you tell somebody not to do something, they're gonna go fucking do it anyway. So, I mean, it's not like the games are hard to find. So, Noah's really big on this, and Noah in chat. Like,
yeah, he's in chat.
what does he think?
Hey, Actinova, you got any input, buddy?
And Cavill's a gaming nerd. I know what's her face
Well,
is a
yeah.
big D&D nerd. I don't know about the little girl. So
Yeah, I know it's far fetched for me to even say that they're trying to prevent another Cavill situation, but I kind of feel like they are to a degree, or they're trying to keep.
or they could be trying to make the character her own. That's
Which,
you know, instead of like mimicking or trying to be like, the video game character. That's the only thing I can
But
think of.
here's the thing.
why would? Sorry, go ahead.
With the video game, they're named characters. So
Yeah.
if you don't want them to be the same, then maybe don't choose named characters with distinct personalities. That's kind of why the characterization's there in the narrative. But two,
Okay.
that's not the. There's got to be a better way to do it, and just
I would think.
I just feel like
it all, no matter how, we as a whole group are trying to find the outliers and trying to find the median. We're trying to help them with an excuse, but they're not giving us anything to work with, because all it seems like to us is yet again someone taking a source material for a video game, which is a very particular narrative style, or this one in particular has a very particular narrative style. You want her to make the character her own, maybe, but the thing is, it's a named character, and yes, she should take ownership of the character, but to the extent of the character. That's the point of being an actor, is you portray the character how you think it should be, how they would be. And when it comes to an iteration of something, people know what generally that character is going to do. how you portray and meet those expectations is what they're looking out for now. It's a little bit different, slightly different ball game.
Yeah.
So you tying her hands together looks really fucking bad. Not you guys, but you know, HBO. So
That you heard.
even in my real life, people know if you want me to help you, you give me all the information you possibly can. I understand that we may not have all the variables. Oh, fucking well, we can work with that. But if I find out you were holding out on me and it would have made a huge difference with how things turned out, I fucking lose it. And now you're trying to make her the fall person for this. That is some fucking bull. I am so sick and tired of hearing this shit.
I don't know if I'd say that,
Sorry.
that they're trying to make her the fall girl here, but it just strikes me as malicious. I get, you know, there are so many people out there that, as far as directors and showrunners and what have you, so many creatives out there that absolutely hate it when fans of a franchise or of some thing in entertainment all together, like really big fans of it, they hate when they hear somebody say, why didn't you just replicate the book or the game or this beat for beat? They hate hearing that because they're like, oh, that just ties my hands creatively. I don't want to be bound to the source material. I really dislike when people get mad when fans say that. The reason fans say something like that is because they want to see something like the source material. They want to see something they recognize. They want to see what they were big fans of replicated or duplicated or something. I am one of those people that say it doesn't have to be a beat for beat recreation. It just has to be respectful and pay homage to the source material. And this, to me, when I see something like this, it just strikes me as they're going to go a wrong direction. They're going to take a left turn altogether. Just left turn and go walking the opposite direction.
Do it.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of Aragon.
Oh, that's another one. We'll just push that over there where
as
didn't
opposed
happen.
to where it should be, like with Ready Player One, which, yes, they changed a lot, but it kept the spirit of the book. I've read the book. I've seen the movie.
I it's probably heresy to say it, but I would be so bold as to say Ready Player One was damn near a beat for beat replication. Now I get it.
It's not. There's a lot that was changed, but
there was a lot that was
close
changed
to.
but it was just so it was so good in my opinion. But then there were people out there that said it was absolutely awful, but I don't know why.
You think everything's awful though.
Man,
True.
you must have cotton in your ears or something. You didn't hear me just say that I really loved Ready Player One.
I know, and
It
that's
was a
what
damn
I
good
was
movie.
saying. What?
I never saw it.
It is.
It's
good.
worth watching at least once.
Oh yeah.
I recommend
know,
about 4 or 5 times to catch all the references.
No Moabiti
There were so many
did a review on it
references.
on our YouTube channel.
Oh, hold on. I heard YouTube.
And by the way, the Oxford comma
I don't see
is
anything new.
glorious.
Anyways.
Did you guys hear me?
No,
You said something
Little
about
bit.
YouTube.
I heard that part.
I said Oxford comma.
Oxford cotting?
Oxford
Oxford
comments
comma.
in our chat.
Oh.
Am I clipping out? Oh.
Frisky Dingo, by the way, is right. He said a lot about basically if you're gonna make a movie off of a source material like a comic, there's a reason why the comic became popular that allowed the studio to greenlight the movie about it, and fans want to see that. You can make it your own, and there's nothing wrong with that, but still be loyal to the fans that got you here. Also, you'll be picking up some people who are new to the material.
It's that delicate balance of respecting the old while hailing in the new.
Exactly.
It's a very difficult balance, and I recognize that. And not everyone's going to be happy. Not everyone's going to be on board 100%. You're not looking for 100%. But what you are looking for is taking, you have to know the source material. Okay, that's like me trying to explain. That's like me trying to explain sewing while only knowing how to do one stitch and then trying to teach that to somebody like I've been doing it for years. That's just dumb. You can't simplify something if you don't even know what that complex issue or complex topic is. It will show. You may be able to talk all these fine words, string along beautiful sentences, but you can also just wind up saying absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
See it all the time in politics.
Or it's like, getting picked to make a Halo show about Halo and then turning around and saying, yeah, there's a lot of lore here for the Halo universe and it's really intimidated, so I'm not going to use any of it. I'm just going to create an alternate timeline.
Not gonna do it.
Bitch, what?
Bitch, please.
Or you could just showcase some of the really cool side characters, but no, that would take effort too, because you would still have to know the source material. Even I know how to function on a Wikia page. Come on, what do you think I do in my spare time? I look up Wikia pages and Wikipedia pages because I have no life.
If Cheat can hear me, he can go ahead and roll the next slide.
He probably already is.
Well, looking at the Twitch. Hey, we got some bits.
Oh, thank you.
For the RAM.
I hear the song, or I'm sorry, I hear the audio. Waiting for the slide on Twitch. Hey, there's the slide on Twitch. Then it just switched to the next slide.
I got a new emote. Yeah!
Hey, got a 1K bit badge. So I've seen a couple of guesses here. Anybody know what the last track of every Mario game has ever been?
Hell.
Basically.
I don't have a clue on.
Oh, come on. You should know this one, Soda.
I have not played Mario Kart forever.
Exactly. Badger, you're not supposed to answer. It's cheating.
Plus, that's the slide for later. I think it was in there by accident. Plus, why have something go smooth?
But Badger offers up Rainbow Road. Heron Death just said he inhaled it.
Well, you hold it in for a while?
We at Laggin Out do not condone the use of extracurricular things like that.
Unless it's legal in your state and prescribed.
Enjoy responsibly.
Please.
And the answer is Rainbow Road.
Donnie, is that a peacock mantis shrimp? Badger wants to know, I think it is, if that's a peacock mantis shrimp. Looks like it.
Whether it's a peacock mantis shrimp, not sure, but it's definitely a mantis shrimp because I have shrimp on the brain. I have this other one that's really, really judgy.
Magma Soldier comes in with, it is.
Oh, it is.
It's because he and I were chatting and I had just a little thing about shrimp.
Are those the ones
now you
that
got it on
like?
the
He looks
brain.
so judgy.
Aren't those the ones that have like sonic boom snapper thingies?
Yes. So there are two variations. There's one that looks like its arms look like an actual praying mantis, and it essentially can like cut its prey into pieces. By the way, mantis shrimp are highly aggressive and
Yeah.
do attack humans
That's
for funsies. But the peacock mantis shrimp has, instead of almost like those claws,
Yeah.
they have clubs, and it essentially can move so fast it creates an air bubble underwater,
And it pop.
and the implosion
Right.
actually increases the temperature so much and causes such devastation. It can break human bones,
wow.
like open wounds, plenty types of aquarium glass,
What the
beat their prey to death
Yeah, they're
with
awesome.
pieces flying off.
They're awesome.
They are menaces, and I love them. They also can see way beyond the color palette that he can see. I mean, so many different wavelengths of light. So they have highly, highly evolved eyes. But yeah, they are fucking assholes to their neighbors. Animals do not want to be anywhere near a mantis shrimp. Ever.
How
So,
big are
okay,
these
that's my
shrimp?
little.
Not very big.
And they can break bones?
They
Yeah.
don't have to be that big. Oh yes. Oh yes.
There's a guy that has a pet one on YouTube, but it won't. Like he
Had.
tried to
I
make
think
it. Yeah.
died.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh.
But he would
Yeah,
try
no,
to make
they're
it
fucking
snap him,
aggressive.
and
Like-
it wouldn't because he fed him, of course. So
So, this slide,
Yeah.
to me,
Good
this
times.
is the most absolute epic example, well, one of many that we will see today, of fuck around and find out.
do it.
Hogwarts Legacy. This game has been in development for a few years. It is still just under a month away from release and is right now currently the best paid for
Yeah.
seller right now on Steam.
It is.
And it's already topping charts on the PS5. Don't know about Xbox. Sorry, I don't care about Microsoft products in general. However, there is allegedly, because you wouldn't know by looking at the numbers, there is a boycott going on from a
Yeah.
specific community
I don't
because
get
they
that.
absolutely despise, hate, and abhor J.K. Rowling due to words and opinions. Supposedly, this author is of the opinion that women are women, because she is of the opinion that a specific movement is taking the identity away from women. Now, in my opinion, that's a very, I don't know, milquetoast take. I don't fully agree with it, but I don't fully disagree with it. And
You bitches are
it
amazing.
seems, in my opinion, that this has gone so far to extremes that there are people out there whose sole purpose in life is to cry and complain about this in particular. This, by the way, leads into another topic we'll talk about later. Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy, best fucking seller. And all because, well, not all because, I'm just going to say it. This boycott has caused people to boycott, I think some people are saying, in protest against the movement that's trying to get it torn down. like people are like, oh, you people are screaming and boycotting and crying about this. You hate this. You want to bring your movement into this. Well, I'm just going to buy it just to piss you off. There are people out there doing that. I can count at least no less than 5 YouTubers that I follow that have. Any opinions?
I'd
I'd have
This-
one. No one hears me though.
That's true.
We hear you right now, Chieftain.
We caught
I
that.
speak very quickly.
Do it.
Go for it.
I don't play video games based on movies. Just a rule.
Oh.
Really?
Well, this
Yeah.
one,
They're horrible.
Oh, I wonder if it was a movie or a book first.
this one supposedly is not
The
canon,
movie part.
and it looks freaking amazing. I think it's one of the first done in Unreal 5, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't care if it's canon. I'm not sure if I'm gonna play it, but it looks amazing. So
I've heard
I'm-
that it is.
I might read
So-
the reviews, of course, first. Death.
Sorry, go Chief or Soda.
No,
So
I'm
now-
done.
I'm not the only one who does it.
I'm done.
What I was going to
Getting
say
a lot of
was
clips from
I'm
Gigi.
actually part of a couple of different circles that have been polarized over this. One side arguing I'm not going to support Rowling, and the other going, it's not Rowling we're supporting. It's the hundreds of people that went and did the art, the programming, that did the actual work on this that I'm supporting. And
Dramatic pause.
it's kind of like that whole thing of the people who enjoy Shining. A lot of them don't like the director. The people enjoy the movie because of the movie. But yeah, that's my take on it, why it's doing as well as it is. People are actually going and saying, hey, I'm supporting the artist, not the person who this originated from.
I think I've had an influence on you guys because I wouldn't normally hear that comment from the outside looking in. Usually the artists make those comments. I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, I mean, I share that opinion because if you go and boycott this, it's not really J.K. Rowling that's going to suffer. Like,
Mhm.
think about it. She goes to bed on a giant pile of money at night. She even said that in response to one of her detractors directly. How
Ben
do you
Shapiro
feel?
said that too. It's funny.
How do you feel knowing that people are boycotting your franchise because of your views, your anti-trans views? And she says, "Oh, I'm a little sad, but I feel good, going to bed at night, and I sleep very well on my giant pile of money." She straight said it. And
I sleep on a giant pile of debt.
that's the pain of the normal working class human.
Especially after this week, I've spent a lot of money just on stuff for the stream and the show. I'm like physically sick, and I know you're gonna yell at me for the RAM because I spent too much money on it, but they say debt is power, so I don't know. I'll let you know. I'll fuck around and find out, I guess.
Maybe.
Am I coming in clearer now that the camera's off?
Uh-huh.
Interestingly
Actually,
enough,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
very
that's what I
clear.
figured.
I don't think you've had any breaks since.
I try to suppress the anger like Bruce Banner. I'm taking notes from Oni on how to control anger, which is probably not the best place to go.
You're doing fairly well.
But more recently, yes. Yeah, in the chat, guys, she's like, I'm concerned about you, Chief. I'm like, I'm gonna be okay. Because as soon as I turn down the stream, I'm not angry anymore. It's kind of like when I play video games, when I'm playing specifically Call of Duty. I'm fucking pissed. Soda's laughing at my pain because that's what he does. He's an evil son of a bitch.
Sorry.
And you're not. And but it's
not
funny
evil.
because I can turn it. Because the thing is that I've told people in the chat, some of our mods. Like, if I'm having a fight with somebody, I don't carry it over to the next day. I'm done. It's out. It's over with. And I can talk to someone the next day and not have a problem. But I have a tendency to forget that other people can't do that. So I have to articulate that point. I go, this is how my brain works. I understand that's not how your brain works. So be mad at me. I'm a dick. I'm sorry. I'll let you process it. Because not everyone processes emotions like me, like a fucking weirdo. Like, my random access memory in my real brain, I only have 4 gigs, so it just goes away and I don't remember what happened.
Oh, mine's on a fucking delay. It's real convenient. Except for anger. I wonder why. Certain things, like, let's say some shit goes down. I'll basically go like, okay, these are the emotions I'm feeling. We're going to just put them over there somewhere so I can deal with the problem.
Right.
And then about a week from now, it's all going to hit me in a wave.
It'll explode.
And I'll have to deal with it. But till then, I will have this period of time with clarity to handle whatever situation or situations are in front of me.
Right.
Take care of them, whatever. And then next week, said and done, then I'll have my breakdown for some fucking reason. That's how I handle things. I am not suggesting it, not saying it's right. I am just saying it. That is what tends to happen. Again, huge hypocrite on my end, because I can be the type of, hey, walk through the emotions, walk yourself through them, see what's going on, because what it is you may be holding yourself to a standard that your emotions are saying, fuck you, not happening, and that's okay.
The chief equals Hulk,
and then there's
Oni
me being
equals
a
angry
fucking
girl.
hypocrite about that.
That's funny. You know what makes me happy though, Oni? Like, we're having like we're having Yaris and her sister come in, Frisky Dingo, Great Gazoo. I'm missing people in here. I'm sorry. I'm forgetting. Magma's in here. Where's everybody else? I think I got everybody. Yeah. And like, I can't believe that people like can't like. It makes me happy. Like, I know it sounds corny, and no, it doesn't. It sounds disingenuous. But like, I'm having a hard time over here. But I look at the chat, and it's like these reoccurring names and people coming back that haven't been in a while. It's like, it makes it a little bit better. So thank you guys for showing up tonight. We appreciate it.
Much love.
Happy 2023
Yes, thank you
for
for
you
the
guys.
viewers. I wouldn't be
And
here
Friday the
without you.
13th.
Oh yeah, Friday 13th.
I wanted to do a noob year's resolution segment, but I thought of it later. So we. But Aris, we got to do something. By the way, we got to do some like funny like visual effects thing for TikTok, and like do something really like combine both our skills together. I think it'll be funny as hell. I think we should do something. You can message me. I'm not gonna be in the studio on Saturdays for the next 10 weeks. I'm doing remote. They couldn't find classes for me because yay, economy. But yeah, message me. Also, say hello to your animator friend for me and tell him to keep kicking ass. I think he's got 11 million followers on TikTok. The guy is really good, and he's self-taught. And what I like about him, he's like, what can I do better? That is a good young animator looking to improve. And like, I go, I don't know why you want to talk to me, dude. You're getting 11 million people. You're doing something right. Like, I will do an animation. I'll get like 5 views. You're getting 11. You're doing something right. Yeah. But if you want to know technique and the way to do it, and I showed him, and he was like he's a very awesome guy. Please tell him I said hello. I know, like, we were going into politics, and that's not a thing that you do with strangers. But we were talking about the animation part, and like, really wise young man, and he's going to be a really popular. I think he should go on I think he does other stuff too, but his animations are really good, and like, I get excited looking at them. They're very anime based, which you guys know how I feel about anime. It's hit and miss with me, but he does straightforward animation. It looks really good, and I was giving him tips on how to speed up his animation. He's like, how long does it take you to do this? He's like, a week. I'm like, you can do this in half the time, and this is how. And he was just like, boom. And it's like eyes got as big as saucers. I love that, because I love doing that and sharing that knowledge, and like, go ahead, make $1 million with it, and you don't even have to thank me. just keep on doing it.
Teach me your ways.
That's what it is. They say to do is do, to don't teach.
It's possible.
He's a really good guy, and that family, I met the entire family. Not the entire family, but I think her cousin, her mom, and her sister. Her, like, they're good people. They're awesome. I tutored her in animation, and I so you know she's gonna be good because she was taught right. But
I love
but she's
hearing
good.
good people.
Oh yeah, he's
doing well
awesome,
in
dude.
life.
He doesn't
I
even
do
need a
love
shout
hearing
out from us because he's uber popular. But I just like you guys know I love pushing good people that do good work. So it's a good family, and I was thinking about you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about you guys the other day, wondering how you were doing. So I'm glad you showed up. So thank you guys.
Hey. So
I'm not crying. I'm not crying. You're crying. No, but I know you guys never see that side of me before, but side of me that often, but it's in there, buried deep
somewhere.
Yep. Just have to rip it out,
Yeah.
put it on the table.
Who's that guy in the top corner there? I don't think I recognize him.
I don't know.
Hey. So this topic doesn't just stop with Hogwarts Legacy itself. This game has become a reason for termination.
Yeah.
I'm going to terminate you.
A reason to be fired over. Because, and I actually had this in our topics, but I don't know what happened to it. Maybe it got purged. I don't know. Because it's such an awful topic, but it's important to talk about because this is what you don't do, people. Companies, if you want to be successful, do not be like limited run games. Do not fire your community manager over one person tweeting at you complaining about your views. Shoot, I can't even remember their handle, purple something. This particular individual is a brony and apparently was one of the founders of BronyCon. Known harasser, known to dogpile people, known to be garbage human.
Yes, you said it.
Just
buy our garbage human t-shirts, by the way. They're going fast.
Yeah, speaking of garbage human t-shirts, the Mariner, aka Deep Dive Gaming, just got his not too long ago.
Amazing.
And he is very happy about it.
He said it came to him very wrinkled. I told him to talk to customer service about that and let them know. Just go full Karen. And then I get a phone call on Discord. Yeah, Chieftain, I need to talk about my t-shirts.
Well played, good sir. Well played.
Well,
but
played.
they're very popular. The tie-dye shirts are very popular.
Yeah.
I did that as an afterthought. So thank you for purchasing that stuff. Anyways, go ahead. I'm totally derailed your train of thought.
No, you're fine. I need to actually abbreviate this because we got to go on to some more topics.
Oh my God.
But this particular individual has been known to harass, dogpile, and be an all-around terrible human being, and even came out recently, well, maybe not recently, a few years ago, and apologized for their behavior. Now, like, they apologize that, they're going to try and do better, and then here we are again, digging up 10-year-old tweets, and
excuse me.
The reason being is that they stated that the community manager, also a woman, by the way, stated that she was so excited to play and excited for Hogwarts Legacy. So this individual found that offensive because why? J.K. Rowling.
Right. And
they decided to go and dig into their tweet history and had to go back 10 years to find a tweet that they could be fake outraged about.
I'm so glad that my generation did not have Twitter or camera phones or that sort of thing, because I would be in a lot of fucking trouble today. Like, I don't know.
Same.
Yep.
My brother used to get picked on by this little kid called Louis Capizzo. He was like half his size, make fun of my brother because he was fat. And then my brother one day picked him up and hung him on a chain link fence
Whoa.
and walked
That's
away.
like some shit out of a movie, dude.
And the kid was fucking stupid. I'm like, don't you realize he's gonna kick your ass if you pick on him? And my brother would kick his ass every day, and he'd come back for more. And I'm like, dude, like, I'd never seen a bully half of someone's size, and then my brother would just manhandle him. Not AKA, but years later, my brother becomes a bouncer. The rest is history.
Yeah. So
But he's getting a master's degree now. He's like all brains and brawn. So
that's actually
well, the fucker
pretty
has
cool.
everything, and I got like the bad end of a genetic milkshake.
Okay. Anyways, so
There's
the
a clip.
story continues on in a business sense now. So ever since then, Limited Run Games has turned off all of their comments on all of their social medias, their YouTube videos, everything. So nobody can comment on their stuff. And all they've been doing is dropping announcements about new games that they're doing physical copies of, and has not responded to jack diddly shit. And I'm just looking at this and I'm going, this is going to end badly.
Mm-hmm.
Not only am I right, but I am right in a big way. Every retweet of their shit, every comment on their Better Business Bureau page, every single thing that has Limited Run Games tagged in it that is not written by them is talking about refunds of pre-orders, refunds, chargebacks, everything. They are getting dragged because of this known harasser tweeting out at Limited Run Games to get the community manager fired.
Wow. What a cock.
And yeah, I got and here, you know, we'll say something that Purple Tinker is the person's name. They're online.
Purple Tinker.
Do not go bother this person, please. You will not like the results. I'm just saying. But
Purple
Yeah,
Tinker.
please don't turn them on us.
it's this
Bring it.
individual, Purple Tinker, made a comment, and they got a point. All this individual did was use their right to free speech. That is their right.
Right. You don't have to like what they have to say, but I'll defend their right to say it.
Exactly.
I get it.
Now, Limited
We're not
Run
going to
Games-
cancel it here. I'm sorry. We're not going to cancel it here, you guys. You have a difference of opinion. Please, like, you're allowed to do that here. We're not going to say, oh, we're going to block you. Unless you're, like, being racist or being a troll.
Right.
Please, like, if you have a difference of opinion, we want to engage. Because you know what? Everyone is better off when you learn from a different point of view.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Hero. I didn't mean to step on
No,
you.
you're
Go ahead,
fine.
sir.
You're fine. Now, what Limited Run Games is doing right now is they are letting this individual get hit by the bus and get backed up
So
over by the
stupid.
bus.
Oh,
Because
God.
they have not made a single public statement since they made the statement that they terminated an individual due to unsavory opinions.
Stupid.
They made that statement, they terminated that person, so without actually naming that person, their community manager, they publicly shamed and flogged that individual. So this is bad optics all around. They haven't made any other statements, anything to defend, shelter, or denounce Purple Tinker at all. So they're letting that person get dragged for what they did because it was their action. They did not have to take action against this individual, the community manager. They did not have to at all. They didn't have to fire her.
Mm-hmm.
So
If she wants to work for Lagging Out, she can come by. And by the way, we have a new staff member, our very, very talented social media coordinator, Gigi. So I just want to do a quick shout out to Gigi for taking so much off my plate. God bless you. I love you so much. And get well soon. She has the flu.
Yeah.
Yes, get well soon.
Please.
But,
it's funny. She's in she's part of a gaming group, and her name is Gigi. I love that.
GG.
Gigi.
Purple
She's the
Tinker.
best.
Is
She's
that
fucking
what
awesome.
happens
I love
when
her.
someone puts a rubber band around your digit? Thank you,
What the-
Frisky
And
Dingo.
a
What
dick-
the fuck?
They did
I
redo,
almost
yeah.
wonder if she was actually part of a group that Hero and I used to follow.
No. No. Absolutely not. I promise you
Whoa.
not.
She's my friend.
Well, no, we actually there was an individual that went by two online handles, PvP Girl and Gigi.
Oh,
And,
okay.
They were part of Machinima alongside an individual that went by the name Nim and another individual by the name
Makes
Decision.
sense, Gazoo.
And no, I actually spoke with Decision not long ago, and he outright said that he don't know what happened to her. She fell off the face of the earth after going a little bit cuckoo.
Cool.
Soda's got a story for that in his community back in the day. Sound like something that he talked to me offline about an older community when he was on TeamSpeak. That's how old ago it was.
I remember TeamSpeak.
Shut up!
Anyways, so that's all I have to say about this Hogwarts Legacy drama. But I find it absolutely hilarious. Just this is just a bad case of fuck around and find out.
Mhm.
But it's already sold a bazillion copies. So
Yeah, the
right
game
now.
isn't even out yet, and it's already topping charts.
I think it's got a month.
I went over long. Anybody else have any input on this?
I'm just glad we're talking about a video game.
I mean, there hasn't been a lot of video game news recently.
I know.
Before we
it's
go
not
too much
the-
deeper into that, Chief,
It's not.
if it
it's not
wasn't
direct-
for
it's-
D&D, you wouldn't have your FPS.
Fair
Oh,
point.
okay. That's a shot at me. Okay, there you go.
That was
That's highly debatable, and we can actually talk about that at another time if you want to have that debate. I would love to have it because I have a plethora of video game history I can go back at you with.
He does teach a class on video game history, turned out. So be careful what you ask for.
Here's the thing.
It'll be a spirited debate. It'll be very spirited, and it'll be done well because Tyrion Death is a very intelligent individual as well. So
Too smart
There's so
for his
many
own
smart
good
people here.
sometimes.
what's that?
Too smart for his own good sometimes.
Yeah. Except when I tip him on his channel, he doesn't realize like I'm
Hey.
giving him some love, and like 30 minutes later, he messages me on Discord. Thank you for the tip.
Okay, for the D&D thing, I deserve that. But I did catch you later, and thank you.
Yes, you did. You know I have to give you shit because everyone else gives each other shit. So like you guys are like piling on me early, so I'm giving it back now. You fucks. So fuck you guys. I love you, but fuck you.
Hey, that goes out to you too, Actinova. Wonderful mod in
can
the
we
chat.
can we mod him up?
Oh,
I forgot.
thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, I think.
Thank you
crap.
for reminding me.
Yeah. That's what makes us international.
Wow.
The
Oh,
3D
I don't
print.
have permission to perform that action. Has to be you, Chief.
Oh, it has to be in the
All right.
main.
All right, I'll do it later. It's fine.
Yeah, when it's just not
I don't think he's
blowing
worried
up.
about it. There's no one here that's gonna talk shit get hit. That's not gonna be happening today. I don't think so.
All Out TV show news? Question mark.
Fallout TV.
So
We can do that. Can I
Oh.
do a quick little read about our awesome Discord boosters?
Yes. Sorry, I'm running you over. My bad.
No, it's fine. It's just a really quick read, and I just dish it back off to you guys because Wizards of the Coast is next.
Oh, I thought that was next.
No.
I thought it was.
Shit.
I thought it was Nick's too, but we can throw it in there. You guys want to talk about it? It's important. You guys want it. It goes in.
But it affects viewership. If it's affecting viewership, then it needs to
It
go.
doesn't. It
Yeah,
doesn't have to if it's short and there's
All
really
right.
not much to say.
yeah.
Anyways,
I-
on to the read.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just have to go by the feel of the viewers. You guys understand that. So I didn't mean to be short with you before we went on the live and just.
Mhm.
But thank you to our boosters. I think Stormwolf is still doing it. Yes, thank you so much, Mariner, Hypernova, and Soda Pop. And
What a
since we
dick.
have boosters, we actually can do like fun little games in Discord, which is pretty awesome. And it also boosts our streamership for playing those games and movie night. Which we'll be playing on the 28th, a day before my birthday.
Hey,
Make sure you give them a
Kind of
gift.
like a little birthday party for myself, but I don't.
happy 50th. I'm kidding.
Yeah, right. Happy.
Whoa,
you know what?
man.
I'm not far away from 50, so I'm closer to 50 than 40.
Ooh.
But But yeah, thank you
Oh,
guys for
Lord.
doing that. Every time I see that, I'm so grateful for it, and we love the fact that you guys actually support us, and it's great.
So
Um,
I'm going
it
to
helps
answer
when,
Great
like,
Gazoo's question real quick. Sorry for interrupting.
oh yeah, go
he
ahead.
asked,
What
what
is
is
a
a
booster?
booster? So in
Great question.
Discord, there is a such thing as Nitro Boost. What that does is the more people that boost, it's basically a tip through Discord. The more
we don't
people,
get anything from
Yeah,
it. We don't get any
unfortunately.
money from it, but yeah.
But the more people that boost our it boosts our aspect ratio on our video streaming. It boosts our throughput. It allows you to have more have animated emojis and gives you an animated icon. It gives you a bunch of little cool little features of Discord.
Right. You can modify
yeah.
your profile so it's animated. Like you do like a bunch of cool stuff on there. Oh, by the way, speaking of movie night, I acquired a copy of Avatar 2. So I got like 8 review movies that we can do that no other podcast or gaming community can do. If they usually do movie nights, it's usually an older movie. We do newer movies because we have connections in the industry, like real connections.
Yeah.
So I'm going to probably do just a random one. I don't know if anyone wants to watch Avatar 2 with me, but I was going to think about doing that
I'd be
pretty
willing
soon.
to.
But check out if times and dates on Twitter and Instagram. I don't have to do it, so just check that out. And if you don't see it, let me know so I could talk to Miss Gigi and she could blast those out for us. But that's what a booster is. Thank you so much for explaining it, sir.
Yeah, no problem.
You did it like a teacher, so you get like a 10 out of 10 with that one. So good job.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
and
a
it wasn't
high praise
monotoned.
coming from another teacher.
Yeah, and it wasn't monotone, so I wasn't going to fall asleep like some other people when they teach.
Oh,
Ouch.
Whoa,
Those
That's
hurt his
fire.
feelers.
I'm
fucker.
just kidding.
I've been working on
I'm teasing you.
it.
Every-
It's okay. Some people
all
find
I hear is good.
some people find it soothing. Okay.
All I hear is nothing but good things from my students talking about you. So all I hear is nothing but good things from you.
It's because we
They're like,
care.
oh, I learned this from Professor Ferguson. I'm like, yeah. If you're gonna learn something, you're probably gonna learn from Professor Soda and Professor Joe.
Exactly.
Probably
true
Sorry,
story.
I used your real name there. Didn't
I
mean to
don't
do that.
care.
Come
Come find me.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So okay, I
Don't.
guess
Or I'll
Please
send
don't.
this mantis shrimp after you.
That's
Oh.
terrifying.
I want to be a mantis shrimp early on in the stream. But yeah, Wizards of the Coast now.
So
Throwing down the gauntlet. How will you respond? I say
I'm
fuck them
going
because they gave me a
to-
rejection letter the other
Ooh,
day.
yeah.
So.
I'm going to go quick recap mode. I'll dish it off to Oni because
No
she
cap.
has plenty of information. I
Okay.
did a speed read of the topic and
Mhm.
picked up some stuff. She's going to probably pick up what I miss. I will then say that probably Oni, you can dish it off to somebody else. I advise Tear and Death have comments on it, and I actually advise Soda and Chieftain have comments on it because they have a business perspective for sure. I don't want to drone on over long because we have beat this damn horse to death so much
Yes.
over the last 3 weeks. Basically, Paizo is one of the companies that exist because of the OGL. They created something new years
Horrible
ago.
logo.
they created something new years
Yeah.
ago based off of the open gaming license from Wizards of the Coast. Well, before it was TSR Games, Dungeons and Dragons. A little history on the Dungeons and Dragons. Quick version is the OGL, Open Gaming License, exists as a way for people to create content of their own, homebrew, based off of the Roll D20 system. That being said, the original, one of the original authors of the OGL openly and publicly stated that when they wrote it, it was written in a vernacular, however you want to call it, that it was irrevocable, permanent, and could never be overridden. But because of legal language evolving, quote unquote, over the last 30 years, because the open gaming license does not say irrevocable in its language, the word exactly, it can be revised and replaced. The Open Gaming License 1.1, as it's been dubbed, is the replacement for the Open Gaming License, and it had a lot of stuff in it that basically said if you make anything new off of the Dungeons and Dragons system, that Wizards of the Coast could come in and use your property without paying you royalties, and it is automatically theirs for as much, as often, and as long as they want. And they could also terminate your authorization to make your content if they don't like your content, using the excuse of, oh, it is bigoted, racist, or otherwise undesirable, so you're not allowed to do this anymore.
They could put that label on anything.
Yeah, really.
Mhm.
But getting away from the Open Gaming License, there has been so much backlash that Wizards is catching hell. I'm going to leave that for another host to talk about. Paizo exists because of the original Open Gaming License, and now has said that they do not believe that the Open Gaming License can be revoked. But they also said they don't care, and they're going to make their own, an open RPG license.
Yeah, cool.
So now Dungeons and Dragons / Wizards of the Coast has stepped in the shit, and they're going to regret it. And I'm going to pass that off. That's the quick version. Anything else? Oni, please.
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, Wizards finally responded, and it was about as dog shit as you can fucking imagine.
I was hoping
Don't
you'd
bother
go there.
reading it; it's not worth it. I mean, go ahead, so you don't take our word for it. But it's basically just full of lies and misdirection, and putting the blame onto someone else, and then trying to take credit for the leak because we wanted to hear group feedback. That's why you took a week to respond, right? Right?
Huh. No, in fact,
Go ahead. They took the. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They in fact responded for one reason and one reason only. Or I'm sorry, they in fact took that long to respond for one reason, one reason only. They're rewriting the draft. Their lawyers were taking notes from all of the hate. Go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say. I forgot now.
Yeah, to buy.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, they might be taking the notes from the Biden presidency, from like hiding documents and making up their own rules and shit. So
But yelling at everybody else for doing it.
yeah, it's your fault that I put my stuff in the garage. It's like it's so always it's like my 5-year-old nephew. I didn't do it. I just saw you hit your brother. Don't tell me you didn't do it. I call him Little Biden running around.
Ooh,
Blaming him on somebody else.
Wasn't me.
And he shits his pants, so I mean, it's almost
Damn.
the same thing. I'm just kidding. He doesn't shit his pants. He does this really annoying thing. Like, I don't know. Like, it's cute and it's annoying. And he does this stupid thing where he does this and he crosses his eyes and grabs his no square. That's what they call.
Oh god.
No square.
And he does this. He goes. I'm like, putting an L over his head and like crossing his eyes and doing all that stuff. You guys can't see it because I took the camera off the Zoom, but
I'm watching the stream. I can see what.
but
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing, K2? What are you doing? I'm not going to use their real names. K2, I call them. But I'm like, ugh. That's why you can't play shooters. You know that, right? This is why you can't play video games with Uncle Chieftain, because you fucking cry and you complain. I screamed at him like loud, like he was almost in tears because he wouldn't listen. My brother told me to. It's like he's so bad. I can only imagine him playing D&D. It's gonna be. Can you play with us? I go, no.
Nah.
I'm gonna go to the gym and do like gym dude stuff. I'll see you later. Gym bro stuff. Hey, I threw down 220 pounds on a lat pull down. I'm happy.
Congrats.
Hey,
Not lat
that's
pull
good
down.
amount.
Not lat pull down. That's lats, right? Yeah, lat pull down. Yeah, like these. Yeah, that's more than my body weight, so not bad for a fat fuck. All right.
Anyways, Oni.
Go ahead, Oni. Sorry, I
Okay.
derailed the train of thought again. Go ahead.
So Go ahead and read it. It's terrible.
Mhm.
And what Paizo is doing differently is they are footing the bill personally to go through a law firm known for intellectual property law called Azora, and inviting small creators, large creators, any creators who would like Wizards of the Coast to kiss their ass to add input to the new open RPG license. And Paizo is putting their money where their mouth is. Now, we haven't mentioned the companies that Paizo has created, but they're known for Pathfinder and Starfinder. So, in light of this, they have a sale going on right now. So if you haven't tried Pathfinder, I haven't tried Pathfinder, now might be a really good time to take a look at their website, see what they've got. They've got some things at a discounted rate because just to celebrate there's some pushback in the community is willing to stand against the tyrannical bullshit that Wizards of the Coast is doing because they decided, we've been fucking up our business model for so long, we should find the money somewhere else. Oh, how about we burn our fans? Oh, that's a great idea.
Sweet.
Yeah, so Paizo is actually paying for that. They have said we are going to put in the money because we are in this position. So here you go, community. Let's show them what we do. I am sure be updated. If you want more information, join our Discord because there's probably we can't really cover all this. This is not really video game related. So it's not video game related. It's a niche subject. So I'm sorry, but
it's gaming
Discord
related.
if you want to.
So
It's gaming related.
Yeah.
And the reason why she's
Okay,
she's
but
being
it's
so.
not.
Go ahead.
But it's not video game related. We are a video game podcast. So if you want to talk with more people who play tabletop RPGs or have interest in tabletop RPGs, join our Discord. It's free.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. For now. Just kidding. We're not going to do that.
at what point?
We're not going to do like the Meeseeks does. It's like, oh, now there's ad walls.
If you want to talk to Soda, it's $29.99 a month.
Right.
So, since Great Gazoo had made mention of it, I will also point out, people wonder, and I'm sure many people have asked, when did Wizards of the Coast go wrong? Well, probably a long time ago when they bought the property from TSR, but I can point at a very, very poignant part in the history of WotC to indicate where things started going south recently. And that would be when the CEO of Hasbro, a couple of years ago, the not original, but the more recent CEO of Hasbro, unfortunately left this plane of existence. The man was like in his 50s, had cancer, didn't tell a soul, just came forward and said, "Hey guys, I'm stepping away from the company. I'll come back later." And then he left. A couple of days later, he had passed away. Let's pay some respects. Much love for that guy. He was a very, very kind-hearted rich man, apparently. Whether or not I can verify
Basically, they
that.
had Gandalf, and now they have Saruman.
Yeah. Well, the
Great.
new CEO that got appointed came in and said, "Give me some fucking money."
Give us some fucking money.
And literally made probably, I think, the absolute worst decision of Wizards of the Coast in ever. He hired a woman that came from Microsoft Gaming. This woman is the very woman that came out and denied Bank of America's accusations of diluting the Magic the Gathering brand and overflooding the market. She is also the woman that came forward and said that Dungeons and Dragons is under-monetized. When I hear language like that, I automatically think some Microsoft bent came in and decided to add DLC to Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Aaron Death, please take this from me.
That
Mm,
means he's got to turn on his mic. Hold
Mm.
on, give him about 5 minutes.
give him 5 minutes.
Are
But I
we
mean,
going to be soon to have the
Oh.
Apple bar or whatever it is? They're the Gene bar, or D&D version of it.
Well, they're already on track for turning Dungeons and Dragons into an app. They have D&D Beyond. They purchased that. So I'm gonna.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my money's going. That for bets that what they're going to do to push out new D&D content. One D&D. That's a little ironic that they named it that.
How much can you do with D&D when there's a certain are there certain packs you can buy, or is it just
Well, there's
all the same races, all the same things? Yeah,
Yes,
you have a
but no.
storyteller with the dungeon master, but
There's a lot. There's a book for damn near everything.
but
you
so
have-
when I say dungeon master to people like Soda, he thinks of something else.
Well, just because he thinks of a dominatrix or dominant doesn't necessarily mean he's wrong. Okay.
What
You
the fuck?
fucking took it right out of my mouth.
God damn both you. No, I love Dungeon Masters, especially from Critical Role. Like, he's my favorite.
But
So-
here's the thing.
Matt
Also, you
Mercer
have
is a badass. Sorry, go
Yes.
ahead.
No, you're good. The thing is that with each edition of D&D, what was supposed to happen was there were supposed to be updates. Sometimes it generally was everything, but things that would especially change could be not just the art, but lore, could be the mechanics of the game, because certain times and certain moments you can definitely point out where things were really unbalanced for different things. Certain editions have certain races available, some of them don't. So, for example, in or even classes become obsolete, or they're new, or they're changed. I mean, originally in D&D, if you look at Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, the original stuff, there were like 3 classes.
Yep.
There were 3 classes, and you could pick like maybe 3 or 4 races, and you couldn't dual class. There were caps for different levels, and wizards, if I recall, were like fucking destructive. And then
Are we
second
talking
edition,
about the notebooks?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen these ones yet. I'm talking about like the first, and then
Jeez.
second edition. I think they added a couple more classes. I think they added like Paladin. I think they did add Bard to that one.
I think Bards came in either in advanced or in
Bards were
third.
in advanced.
Yeah, advanced.
So
Tomes and help me out here, Gareth. Tyrion Death. Tomes and
Aaron, that's my girlfriend. Why is my girlfriend's name coming out of your mouth?
I said Gareth.
How
and
dare
there is
you.
a reason for that. And it's because of Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you.
I know, I'm kidding.
Blood and Tome. Boom. Sorry.
but like,
That's
so
third
for
edition.
example, there was a class available in 3.5 called the Beguiler, which was essentially, think of it as like a Bard rogue mix. By 5th
Prestige.
edition, Beguiler doesn't exist. You would have to either fuse the rogue and Bard classes together, so you'd have to dual class, or just kind of fucking make it up, modify one of those classes. So certain things get changed or taken out. Stats can change. So, for example, there's a race called Mongrel Folk. Basically, people who are so mixed race that it's hard to pick out what they are, and the descriptions
Be a
have changed
captain
from
for the
each
Yankees.
edition. So that changes in the different editions. What's on the character sheets changes, because so with 3.5, I could get up and show you an actual 3.5 sheet, or I can just explain it to you. 3.5 is a lot of mechanics. So things like what's in your items pouch, weapons, your spells, the spell slots that you have, depending on if you have a spell casting user, levels, your ranks in each of those levels, this, that, and the other. With 5th edition, what they're really focusing on is more of the character development outside of rolling dice. So it's a lot more like motivations, dreams and aspirations. It's a different way of playing. If you like 5e, I don't despise you. I don't dislike you. I respect that. I really do. It's just not my cup of tea. I prefer that be left up to the table where the dungeon master and the crew come together and make that magic happen, not having it on the sheet. It just, I was started on 3.5. So that's why no one talks about 4. Okay, literally fucking nobody talks about 4. So just,
There's a reason for that. And
Talking about what?
exactly. It just don't. So
so to wrap it, I'm sorry, Oni, but to wrap it in a
please.
neat little package, when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, your imagination is your limit, and whatever the dungeon master says is your limit. There are rule books for so much, but there really is technically no limit because the people playing the game make the game, and that's the last of it.
Ghost just came in and said, Blacklight Oni, I was late to your TED Talk. Can you please start over?
it wasn't a TED Talk, but thanks.
Everyone, like, there are people in the chat that love the D&D talk. So, and we increased the numbers this week. So I can't fucking get a nail down on this. Like, sometimes, like, no one wants to hear it, and then other weeks, like, we get more viewers from it. I don't understand. I don't know if it's random or I'm over psychoanalyzing it. So, but yeah, thank you for that. I was saying I'd rather stick needles in my balls than listen to another minute of D&D in the chat.
No,
but
that's fair.
there's other people that enjoy it. So they're like, no, I like this. Shut up, Chieftain.
So
So I let you guys go for it. Yeah.
I'm gonna explain what's happening here, Chieftain. We have a mixed community. And when you made a thank you, Soda. When you and Soda made a point earlier to say that you can't say that any one person likes everything gaming, that would probably be the best descriptor here.
Mhm.
You don't
Yeah.
like D&D. I do. Oni does.
Painful.
Tear and Death does. So Soda also doesn't like D&D.
What? See, this is where you guys got it wrong.
I'm fucking with you, Soda. I know better. You said you like Critical Role earlier.
I watched
But-
them all the time. I played D&D growing up. It's just,
I
mean, D&D is the base of 90% of RPGs. Like, what?
Exactly.
This is what would happen if we were all in the same area. If Oni was at the Lagging Out studios and she was playing a game, I would sit next to her and ask her questions. I'm like, okay, what's this? What's that? What's this? And then maybe I can get into it. But it's kind of like someone describing, like she made the analogy on how to do a stitch. So, like, if I was describing how to do animation, I'm talking about, okay, you need to start with the in-betweens, and the 12 principles of animation have to be in your head the whole time. No one knows what the fuck that is, unless you go look it up on Google. But if I'm talking to you, having a conversation, you're not looking at your phone, hopefully. But it's like talking about something foreign. It's like speaking another language, I guess, so to speak. So that's kind of how it feels with me. It's like another language, if that makes sense.
How's this? Show, don't tell.
Yeah, I'm kinetic. Everybody's a kinetic learner. So if I was looking down and she was creating her character sheet, I know what a character sheet is. I've seen them before. But, like, to me, coming from a professional background and putting a character sheet, it's a different mode in my brain. I'm creating this character. I want it to come to life. I don't want to be like 2 rolls later. I guess I don't know how it works. And it fucking dies. I'm putting all this work into this character sheet and the motherfucker dies in 3 minutes. That to me is not fun.
Well,
I put all this
Hero would
work
have to
into
res
it.
you. Hero would have to res you.
Do you understand my plight here, Oni? Like, if I'm developing a character
I
and
do.
then someone...
I do. And that's the thing, is that is a worry I always have as well. The few times I've
Okay.
been able to play D&D since I've been out here.
Right.
Part of that does depend on your DM. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a certain
Tear
person
death
who
for DM
knows. Apparently,
2023.
he runs a disastrous campaign. Apparently, though, all of my friends do, because why the fuck not? Also, we haven't finished a damn one, so again, surprise to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends. The magic, the true magic of D&D is that it's not about the books. It was never about the books. It was about the ritual of a group of people coming together to make this moment a reality. That's the magic of it. It was never about having all the latest books. It was never about having all the pretty dice, although they're nice.
Like money.
That's
I
the
found a
thing.
whole bunch of dice for you. I was going to buy you for Christmas. They
Oh,
were so
please
cool
don't.
looking. But go.
All this shit
I
is
accept
nice,
payment in
but it
dice.
isn't necessary, okay? That's just extra. The costumes, the table, the miniatures, the books, the dice, the paper, all that shit is extra. All
Mhm.
you really need is a storyteller and a group of people willing to live that out and explore a world. That's it. That was the real magic of D&D.
Yep. That was the whole purpose of it.
And Wizards
So you're telling
is,
me it takes imagination? I don't want to play a game like that.
yes, it takes
kidding.
imagination.
I literally
Hey.
said that.
And the thing is
Hey, Deep Dive Gaming.
thank you.
He gets another
Wizards is
chance.
trying to suck the magic out of it. So what I'm telling you right now is it looks like we're going to have to march our candy asses over to Mordor and knock his shit in. And
Are you
I'm
going to
just
lead us
saying
being our
here,
little traditional hobbit?
better. I'm your fucking bard. We're going on a rock trip, kids. Let's fucking do
Yeet.
this shit.
Hard rock.
Okay? That is what's going on right now. People are missing the point of business. They are getting business and arts confused and saying it has to be one or the other. It's not about one or the other. It's about balance, just like everything else in this fucking world. It's about balance. And Wizards of the Coast is about to wind up in deep fucking shit. And
Mhm.
I am so glad I essentially have a front row seat to this, because it is an embarrassment, it is a shame, and it is a blemish on this beautiful community. And I'm
Insert
going to,
popcorn
after this
eating
show,
emoji here.
after the show, I'm going to take my candy ass over to Paizo's website and start
Smackdown Motel.
looking through their stuff.
Oh, they have so much.
So
Tony.
Oh yeah, but I mean, they have a sale going on too. Remember that, folks. Not sponsored. They have a sale. So now might be the
Give
time
us
to go
some fucking
support.
money.
This might be the time to support other creators who
Mhm.
want to keep the spirit of D&D alive, even if Dungeons and Dragons does not survive this. And with all due respect, there's a very good chance it might not. I think we have to face the reality that Dungeons and Dragons, this
We'll
may
have to
be the
burn
last
down
adventure
in
it
order
goes
to
through.
come back like a phoenix.
This might be its last adventure.
I'll see you later, bitch.
Whoa,
Here,
dude.
Death. You had
I
something to
wish
say.
you. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
To quote a movie, death is a great adventure.
I mean, that's pretty damn simple right there.
Hang on, I'm going through a leg cramp right now. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
From a business perspective, Soda, Chieftain, what all do y'all got? Got anything?
I'm gonna make
Go
money
ahead.
while you can kind of guy. So I know you guys hate that, but people are stupid enough to buy DLC, buy packs, buy shit. I mean, I've already spent Marvel Snap, for example. I mean, it's free game. I've spent enough to probably buy 3 or 4 more games. So I'm one of those
Jeez.
guys. So I'm just saying, you
Oh,
know.
jeez.
I'm more cover your costs. Cover your costs. Give something at a fair price. Make a profit. Whatever that percentage is, then do it.
I mean, don't rate people though.
Be transparent with your fans at the same time, saying, yes, we're charging you this because of this. Now, if the bean counters or the estheticians
Award.
are not even hired at that point because it's important to have an accountant and an esthetician to figure out everything to the point, right? So you need somebody really keen in math. I think it's very important to have that as they don't have a lot of those. So at an after point where Oni was saying, it's like, now you're charging for this shit? What the fuck? Is it a money grab? Or is it, okay, we need to cover costs? But the way they did it was really shitty. It's just like, oh, they gave it to you for free and now they're pulling it back. I know companies do that all the time and I can't stand it.
Ooh,
it's kind of like a bait and switch thing. What's that?
Mariner just came in saying, if you need an esthetician, you've already failed. And I just butchered that word.
Yeah, I'm surprised I said it on the first try. I'm impressed with myself tonight. But I think those people are amazing. Back in the day, they were doing it with just a fountain pen and paper, man. And
yep, that's how we did
it. That's what you need. I would love to have one of those at Laggin Out. They're like, Chieftain, why'd you spend this much money on this and this and this and this? I go, well, we're getting a lot of donations now, and I have to do upkeep. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So your idea on a business is to make profit, but there are loopholes in there where you can look like you're marketing at a loss because of depreciation of your depreciation of your equipment, real estate, whatever. That's why rich people don't pay taxes, because there's all those loopholes in there.
Yeah,
I think people saw that with Trump. It was like, oh, he didn't pay anything. I'm like, motherfucker, he wasn't paid for 4 years as president. But you market it as depreciation, so that way you can make more money. I'm boring everybody with this, but
no, I'm trying to not die with my leg.
I actually.
Oh, I was looking at the camera. I wasn't even looking at you guys. But
I'm finding the
I go by feel.
Honestly, the discussion engaging.
Mm-hmm.
So and I want to see your opinion, and Soda's actually, just from a business perspective on this little explanation. You take a product. Now, no, that's not even the right way to say it. They create this concept. It's a set of rules on how to play a game. And as I understand,
take it easy, Mariner.
One of the reasons that the open gaming license exists is because they could not copyright the set of rules. Some legal jargon about they were not allowed to copyright it. You can't copyright a set of rules because it basically, by definition, it fell under public domain, I believe. So
it's 30 years, over 30 years old.
It definitely falls under public domain now. So they created this. They created this open gaming license so that there was a set of rules to govern how the rules were used, knowing that they could not copyright the rules, but their copyright applied to their actual game.
Gotcha.
So
yeah, Oni. Oh, I thought you were done. Every time I think you're done, you're not. Go ahead.
I'm gonna.
Because Oni wants to get in there and say something before you go off on a tangent.
I'm gonna let her say something because my next point actually kind of clarifies more my question.
I feel like I'm switchboarding here. Go ahead, Miss Oni.
I think the best.
What did I do?
Nothing.
I think the best comparison I can make is they could not or would not copyright the D20 rules. There are plenty of other role-playing bases. Okay, there's D6, there's Champion, there's all sorts. D20 just happens to be the most famous, arguably because of Dungeons and Dragons, depending on which circles you go through.
Is that Eminem's band? D20?
I would compare this to
D12.
D20 is kind of like Unreal Engine 3.
Okay.
As long as you own the license to use the product of Unreal Engine, you can make whatever video game you want, as long as it's, your video game. So I'm not saying any games in particular because they were made on Unreal Engine or not. I'm just using them as examples. So let's say you've got Call of Duty and let's say you've got League of Legends. Two